Hello, Lorinda Walker here, licensed massage therapist and essential oil educator. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the differences between the raindrop technique and the AromaTouch technique. So first, let's talk about raindrop. I am certified in both techniques, so the raindrop technique as well as the AromaTouch technique. In addition to that, I'm a certified AromaTouch Technique instructor, and I've been a massage therapist for over 25 years, and I've been working with essential oils for 17 years, just about 17 years. So I'm very well versed in both of these techniques and have used them extensively in my massage therapy practice. So first, let's talk about the Young Living technique, which is called raindrop. So this is an older kit that I've had for quite a while, but just wanted to show you that this is a raindrop technique kit that comes with the oils that are used in the raindrop technique. It also comes with two carrier oils. One is called V6 and one is called Ortho Ease. So raindrop was created by Gary Young in the late 1980s. And he is the late founder of Young Living Essential Oils. This is a technique that uses some pretty strong oils, first on the feet, and then the oils are applied to the spine. And I think the reason why it got its name raindrop is because the oils are supposed to be dropped 6 inches from the spine and dropped slowly, moving up the spine. So what's interesting about this technique is that firstly, it's a lot of oils. So the oils that are used in the technique are Valor, oregano, thyme, basil, wintergreen, marjoram, cypress, aroma seas, which is a blend, and then peppermint. So most of those oils are pretty strong, I would say, and definitely have some skin sensitivity associated with them. Now, these oils are highly antibacterial, antimicrobial, and so the thought process behind this technique was that dropping them along the spine would help potentially impact viruses and bacteria that lay dormant in the spine, or maybe a person may have an active infection of some kind, and putting the oils on the spine can directly impact that person's immune function, fairly quickly. The technique, in my experience, does help with immune function. It also helps with emotional support. I remember working with somebody who was in a great amount of grief due to the passing of his mother, and I worked with him with the raindrop technique, and I only did 1 or 2 sessions with him, and he said he felt immensely better afterwards. So there definitely have been some positive experiences with this technique over the years. And I would say I don't use it very often now. I have one client actually that loves this technique, and she gets it on a monthly basis. And other than that, it's not something that I really market anymore. But this one client, because she's been getting it for probably 10 to 15 years, pretty much every month, she's very used to it and she really loves it. And so I continue to do it for her. But the technique starts with applying the essential oils to the feet first, and they're massaged in with a technique called VitaFlex. And this is similar to, I guess, acupressure points, or similar to reflexology, where you're pressing your thumb in along the meridians of the foot. So firstly, the oils are massaged into the feet, and then the oils are dropped onto the spine. And when they're dropped onto the spine, they are massaged in to the back in a very light motion. So almost like a feather light touch. And the idea behind this is that the lighter the touch, the more it stimulates the nerve endings of the spine. So the concerns about this treatment are that it's a lot of oils for somebody to assimilate. It's quite a lot of oils because all of the oils are applied to the feet first and then to the spine. So the technique calls for using 3 drops of oil on each foot, and they're layered on top of each other. And then when we get to the spine, we're to drop between 6 and 8 drops of oil directly onto the spine. And then, like I said, lightly feather in the essential oil, very lightly massage it into the back. It's really not recommended for somebody with kidney issues or liver issues, heart disease, or sensitive skin. Dilution is highly recommended, and that's the only way that I do it now, because I have had quite a few experiences where the person's skin did turn very red during the treatment, and they expressed discomfort while I was working with them. And so now, even with this one client that gets this treatment, fairly regularly, and she's quite used to it, I do apply a layer of, I actually use fractionated coconut oil on her back just to provide a little bit of a barrier before I start dropping the oils. And the moment I notice any kind of skin sensitivity, or if she reports any kind of skin sensitivity, I would absolutely dilute even further. So that's how we manage it. But typically she doesn't have any problem because, like I said, she really is very used to this treatment. So for someone new, I would probably use half the amount of oils that are recommended and definitely dilute them for sure. I personally had this treatment done at the Young Living Spa in Ecuador many years ago, and it wasn't a great experience for me, I have to say. And the reason why is because the therapist did not dilute anything for me, and I felt like my back was on fire. I literally was laying down on the table, and I picked my head up and I turned around and I said to her, I am burning. Like, this feels like my skin is burning off. And it felt like knives, like going up and down my spine. And it was so uncomfortable. And I asked her to dilute the oils, and she didn't have the carrier oil with her in the room. I couldn't even understand that. I mean, she's working in a spa environment, no carrier oil in the room. Strange. So she ran out and, came back in with it, applied the carrier oil, and then I felt better. But it wasn't a pleasant experience at all. And once I had that negative experience, then I sort of backed off from, doing the treatment in my own practice. And every time I did it, I would be sure to dilute beforehand, whether the client asked for it or not, or whether they expressed discomfort or they didn't. I just automatically, put that layer of fractionated coconut oil, or Young Living uses V6. It's a blend. It's a carrier oil. So that's a concern. So the concern is too many essential oils, skin sensitive oils, very strong oils. And a lot of the times the client would leave, at the end of the treatment, they would firstly feel extremely tired. So really, really fatigued. And I think a lot of that was the oils kind of working through their system, and it's really a detox reaction, right? So sometimes they would feel a little bit of a headache. They would feel sometimes a little bit nauseous. So they didn't feel great leaving. And as a massage therapist, I always want people to feel really good getting off the table, right? Typically they're coming in and they're getting on the table not feeling great. I don't want them getting off the table not feeling great, right? So in comes the AromaTouch, and the AromaTouch technique is very different. than Raindrop. Firstly, it's far fewer oils, so that's one thing. And the oils are applied to the spine first, and then only 2 of the oils are applied to the feet. So it's much fewer drops that are used, and the oils are much less caustic. So the oils that are used in the AromaTouch technique, and I have the little box here. So this is an AromaTouch kit, and you can see the oils that are used here include Balance, Lavender, Tea Tree, On Guard, a blend called AromaTouch, Deep Blue, Wild Orange, and Peppermint. And this kit also comes with the fractionated coconut oil. So this is an excellent kit. These oils are not as caustic or skin sensitive as the Young Living set of oils. And this kit was developed by Dr. David Hill. And it is a clinical application of these 8 essential oils to the back, to the feet, and it's meant to balance the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. So it's really meant to focus on 4 key areas of health. The first being stress, the second being immune function, the third is inflammatory response. So this is really great for people experiencing muscle discomfort. And then finally, homeostasis. So just an overall balance to body and mind. This technique is really amazing. I've had some incredible experiences with my clients, and also in teaching this technique to other people. And one interesting thing about this technique is that you don't have to be a licensed massage therapist to learn it. Anybody can learn it. In fact, Dr. Hill says that this is the best way to experience the essential oils for maximum therapeutic benefit. And he developed the technique to be so simple to learn that the professional practitioner can learn it as easily as the novice essential oil enthusiast. So if you're just an essential oil user and you really want to learn something that's going to be amazing for your friends and family, you can learn this too. In addition, of course, the licensed medical professional or licensed body worker can learn this too. So if you're licensed to touch, then you can charge for this technique. And if you're not, then you can offer it as a free will service. And it's really a wonderful thing to offer people. Let's see, checking my notes here. So my experience with the AromaTouch technique is that clients feel extremely energized and uplifted at the end of the treatment versus from Raindrop, they're feeling very tired, very fatigued, sometimes, like I said, a little bit headachy. I've never had that experience with AromaTouch, and I've probably facilitated hundreds of them over the course of my almost 10 years with doTERRA. So hundreds and hundreds of AromaTouch technique sessions have been held in my office here, and I can share that people who are feeling very stressed, people that are experiencing any kind of inflammation or muscle discomfort, people that are feeling under the weather in the sense of, maybe they're fending off, some kind of a, cold or something like that. And people that are just maybe feeling sad or just emotionally spent, these people always feel so much better after this AromaTouch technique. And I highly recommend this. I highly recommend that everybody learns how to use this. Dr. Hill also developed a hand technique that I have delivered to countless number of individuals, and it's really so easy to use, and just applying one oil to the person's hand and massaging it in a specific pattern really brings a sense of relaxation and just, you know, a little bit of an uplift to the person. And it's just a beautiful experience to connect with someone and, you know, help them have a better day, right? And that's what I'm all about here. So I highly recommend learning the AromaTouch technique, whether you are a licensed massage therapist or just someone who's looking to have another tool in your toolbox to help your family and empower yourself to just provide a beautiful experience that is very helpful for stress management, immune support, providing a healthy inflammatory response, and just helping somebody just feel all around better, both mentally and physically. I highly recommend that you learn this technique. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be doing more videos about the differences between Young Living and doTERRA. So hit subscribe so you can be notified of my next video. Thanks for watching.